Okay guys, so what the courts have ruled is that if you're doing something that is lawful behavior, as an example, say you are open carrying a firearm where that is legal activity, that cannot be cause for a detainment. They cannot use that as reason for stopping and detaining you. As you've seen in this previous video, part 1, that's exactly what they did. The sergeant that initially showed up, the only reason that we were being bothered at all was because Jack was open carrying his rifle. Anybody says any different, I've had a body cam running for the last hour.
Okay, let me try to figure out if I can make contact with the management of the company to see who said what or who even gave us the call.
And we have some camera people out here filming us just for that purpose. We know sometimes people call in false reports like that. It makes it rough on you guys, it makes it rough on us. We got that evidence, so you know.
And I'm kind of curious, what are the school police doing on a public roadway and for stopping people?
It doesn't matter whether we're school police, we're police officers for the state of Texas, and right now you're adjacent to a school property. So we respond along with the city of Houston police.
I think it would have been more appropriate to allow HPD to come up here. Honestly, I'm not comfortable with you guys. I'm not happy with what I've seen here today. And HPD gets a lot of money spent on training. Of course, so do you guys. I'm surprised that you guys are responding like this.
Not only this, there's a police officer at the gate up there. We were making our way this way watching us. You know,
I have no idea.
Whoever that was, let's talk to him.
So let me do this. Let me try to find out who's the person inside. And again, like I said, if
actually wanted to talk to the officer and say hi, you know, whatever, but he was at the gate, and I'm like, nah, I can't walk to the gate.
It may not have been a police officer, it may have been a security guard.
Driving a car that says police on it.
Yeah, it was one of these cars.
The car could have just been stationed there.
One of the Crown Vics. Oh.
It could have just been stationed there. Sometimes there's older model cars that they use around the facility. So we'll go from there. But let me try to figure it out.
Fair enough.
And we'll go from there.
No ill will.
And you said your name was Jack?
Jack. And I'm actually just out here protecting him while he's filming over here. And, you know, that's it.
Okay. Give me just a moment, all right?
Okay. Thanks, sir. Finally found something to go with.
What?
After all that time they found with the, oh, you went on the property in between buses. It only took them, what, 10, 15 minutes? Well, they got it quicker than...
Look at this.
They got it quicker than Leon got it. Oh, wow.
So Sarge says you're creating a disturbance. You can't do that.
Okay.
He's trying to get the DA to take charges on that right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Hello?
And the worst thing of it is they know who we are. Yep. The one guy called, yeah, you're still Houston, you're Daisy.
Well, that's what it says.
Yeah, I'm just saying that they know, and they're still doing it.
Do you have my wife's number?
Yes, in the van I've got it. I don't have it here.
That's okay. If you can go down on the front of the car and then take it when you're ready, when you get ready. You don't mind. That's fine. You just go put it over there. Go put it in. You just lift the shirt in, will be good. First. Good. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. No. Oh, well, you know, stranger with a gun, you know. Yo, we right next to I won't tell you the protection right now. I need to protect myself, okay? So I'm trying to put you guys in protection out there for you. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Appreciate it. My main concern is just, you know, I'm smoking and I'm moving my hands and all this other shit, so I don't want to touch the bug. I understand that. I'm gonna catch hell for doing that. I'm gonna catch hell for doing that.
It's all right.
But you have to be safe. You have to be survival.
Yeah, nobody wants to get shot.
No.
I don't want you guys to get shot. I sure don't want to get shot.
Now, a lot of you are worried about why Jack removed his rifle and put it on the ground. The officer that is standing there holding that AR-15, which I believe is probably select fire, which means full auto, every time Jack moves, that officer is cycling the safety on that rifle to the fire position. This creates a hazard for Jack and for myself and for the other officers there. So to try and defuse the situation, Jack voluntarily removed the rifle and placed it on the ground near the officer, and we moved away from it.
No, Dave. No, that shoot guard right there. Come on, Dave.
What?
Hey, let me ask you a question.
All right.
Okay, you don't have to. Okay, because you know. You have a CHL?
Do I need a CHL?
Well, sort of. But let me ask you a question. Do you have an ID? Would you ID to me? I know you, but would you?
When this is all over with, yeah.
What you mean?
Because you already know who I
And
am.
that's all we're waiting on, Dave.
Well, when it's all over with,
Dave, that's all we're waiting on, and then you be on your way.
Actually, and I don't mind if you film me. I'm filming too, so I don't mind if you guys film me. It's telling us that when it's over with, is not the way that it works. You're armed. I'm going to give you one more opportunity to go ahead and give me your ID. We're going to run you. We're going to make sure you have an LTC and send you on your way.
who says I'm armed?
Or you will have the right to remain here. But telling us that you're going to do it your way, sir, that's not the way law enforcement works.
Who says I'm armed?
So, you're armed, sir. You're armed on the right side.
Who said?
So what we're going to do is this. It's very, very simple. We're either going to ID you here, or we're going to take you back in that 5U. Can you please let me know what's your option? What are you going to do?
I'll hand my camera to him. Jack.
My glove off. I have another glove right here. I'm going to hand those to him. Okay. Do what you got to do.
You're refusing to give me your identification, is that correct?
Fine, correct.
I need to ID you, sir, because you're armed.
I haven't been over there.
I have seen the imprint, sir. Go ahead, sir. Put your hands on the car.
Now, watching that video, you could see my right side. The gun is not imprinting more than just a little bit. There is a very small amount of print. I've actually put the clothes back on and tried it to see, you know, how much it showed. You cannot tell that's a firearm. He saw something and he wanted it to be a firearm. He wanted it to be a firearm. So he manufactured that in his mind.
Is there an identification on your person? David said it's a black powder pistol.
Can you check that out, sir? We're gonna
proceed accordingly. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You good?
Okay, so they switched their attention from Jack to me. You've seen how Jack, if you watch Jack's videos, sometimes he carries a what we call a training gun. It's not a real gun; it's a rubber dummy, basically. And he does that to test in areas where maybe firearms aren't allowed, or for whatever reason. By using that, it takes the actual firearm element out, and it just becomes an issue of training and what the officer's training is. So in Texas, and check your local laws before you go off doing anything like this, because it varies from state to state. But in Texas, in our penal code, under section 46, describes weapons. Okay, 4601 part 3 defines what a firearm is. Okay, state of Texas, a firearm means any device designed, made, or adapted to expel a projectile through a barrel using the energy generated by an explosion or burning substance, or any device readily converted to that use. Now, this mimics the federal guidelines for what is a firearm. Firearm does not include a firearm that may have, as an integral part, a folding knife blade or other characteristics of weapons made illegal by this chapter, and that is A, an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899, B, a replica of an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899, but only if the replica does not use rimfire or center fire ammunition. Basically, that statute refers to cap and ball weapons or flintlock type weapons. Now I'm going to show you what the weapon I was carrying that day. And I will carry black powder firearms. I'm saying black powder is kind of generic. It's actually cap and ball firearms to test officers, because just a couple of years ago they received training on pre-1899 weapons, and that they are legal to carry without a license. They are legal to carry for prohibited persons. You can open carry them, conceal carry them, whatever, it doesn't matter. So let me show you what a cap and ball weapon looks like. This is the cap and ball handgun that I was carrying that Sergeant Smith took off of me. Now you see the caps right here. Okay, that's your ignition source. It does not take bullets like cartridges that insert into this cylinder. What you do is, you see the balls in there, so you pour powder in, then you put the ball in there and it's pressed in with a tool. Then you put the cap on, and when you cock this hammer, okay, that cap comes under the hammer. When you pull the trigger, hammer falls on the cap, ignites the cap, cap ignites the black powder, bang, it goes boom. This is a copy. This is not a regular old Civil War production gun. This is made by Pieta in Italy. It's called an Avenging Angel. It's an 1860 Army handgun. And if you look here on the side of it, if I can get this camera to focus, it says right across here, black powder only. You cannot open this up and remove the cylinder or remove the bullets. Okay, you have to disassemble the weapon. And to disassemble this weapon, you pull this out. That's a wedge. Okay, and this whole front barrel thing comes off. Then the cylinder comes off. Now once it's loaded, and this one is hot, it's loaded, the only way to clear the weapon is to fire it, or you have to take this cylinder off, remove the caps, take the nipple that the cap goes on, take that off, dump the black powder off, take a small rod, push the bullet out this end. So that's it. Now this weapon is safe. Again, I don't know if I can get this to focus enough to get it so you can see it. See the little pin in there sticking up right above my finger? So there's a notch in the hammer and it engages that pin so that the cylinder cannot turn. Okay, and that's how you make it safe to carry with rounds in it. Alright, so that, I'm not a fan of open top Colts. That's actually what that's called, is an open top Colt, but I like that particular one. I actually found some ivory grips for a Colt Thunderer that matched that grip panel, and I'm going to get them and put them on there, and I may send that gun out and get it nickeled, but that's another story. Let's get back to the video. Alright, so when asked if I had a firearm on me, by law I do not. Those are not considered firearms. When asked for a license to carry, I do not have to produce a license to carry because that is not a firearm. It's not regulated. So you can clearly see the grip on that is called a bird's head grip. It's completely different from what you've seen me carry in the past, namely my Kodiak. So I was placed in the back of the patrol car in handcuffs. I got to listen to Sergeant Brown bragging to the other officers on scene about how he knows the law and you got to know the law and blah blah blah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and clear out and get on district property till we figure out which direction we're gonna go next. Am I free to go, Sarge? You have a car here?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. You are free to go.
Thank you. You have a
Thank
car
you.
here?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you go ahead and get
Yeah, I'm not gonna answer those questions.
well, I'm going to tell you to get your rifle.
All right. He just told me to get my rifle. Okay. You okay with that? Okay. So Jack, again, like I said, oh, good grief. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm not exactly sure what.
He has a black powder pistol, and you know, of course, Sarge, said he has to give him information that he just doesn't have to give. The presence of a firearm is not enough for you to compel me to identify myself. So he was asking for a license to carry, and he didn't want to answer those questions. So, he did. Sarge did what he did. I guess they're gonna go from there. So.
Okay.
I got no problem with.
We appreciate you being cooperative.
I got a lot of problems with a lot of things that he did, but
Hey, quick question.
one day we'll get to the point. Wait. I was talking. One day we'll get to the point where officers will say, "Hey, this ain't right. Stop it." But we're not there yet. So hopefully we'll be there one day.
You don't mind me seeing your ID? I mean, like I'm telling you.
When his rights
Come on,
are finished being violated
Jack.
by that sergeant, I ID myself to you. I promise.
But Jack, come on.
Right now we're still
But Jack,
still got a problem.
Hey, I thought me and you seen eye
You
to
know what I'm
eye.
saying?
Let's just
Nobody
go ahead and
has
clear it up.
Nobody has spoken up. Nobody has said anything is wrong.
Well,
You know.
Jack, you got to remember, there's levels.
I was a cop for 13 years. I know.
Corporal, sergeant, lieutenant, captain.
I was,
and
and you can verify this. I was with Bear County for 7 years, and Travis County for 7. I know the position you're in. I know exactly the position you're in. I know the official position you're in, and I know the unofficial position you're in. And I get it. 100%.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can I just see your ID?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Not until he's released.
Okay.
When he's released, if you want to come out and get it, I'll give you the information.
You know, I've been nothing but
You have,
courteous,
sir. You have,
but
sir.
we're good.
Oh,
But
We're good. We're just trying to figure this whole thing out, and once we get it all sorted out, then you guys will be pretty much on your way.
honestly, I think if I was in, you seem to be the most. Well, you guys are equal. Oh, yeah, you guys are equal rank. I don't know who's got more seniority or whatever, who's higher ranking. But if I were in your, this is what I would like to see. Somebody, you say, this shit ain't right. I would call a captain, lieutenant, somebody. I know Chief Acevedo, or I'm sorry, not Chief Acevedo with you guys. I know for a fact I've spoken with your chief about open carry. I know for a fact your chief would not be okay with the detainment of me, for sure.
Well, you're not detained.
So I was.
Well,
I was
not
just
when I was
released.
here.
Jack,
Yeah, I
Okay.
was.
Not when I was
wrong
here.
with you?
Very clearly
So,
detained.
Not when I was here.
You know, I'll let you know what the situation was.
Yeah.
You already knew who you were, first of all, when I first got here. Already know. And that's what y'all look for, interactions like the one I had at first with you. But y'all love those right there.
Let me clear.
okay,
let me
so-
clear.
And the best thing is
We're good.
just
We're good.
I am not going to produce a
We gonna
video
go-
that's going to make you guys look bad.
Right. We're
I'm not gonna hold
we're,
it
we're
like
just
that.
gonna we're gonna
Okay.
finish our investigation, and like
I'm not going to make you guys
Yeah.
look bad. The only thing I don't agree with is that nobody has said, "Hey, this ain't right." That's all.
Well, here's the thing.
You guys
because
have done-
We got multiple things going on. We have 2 people with weapons, and right now we're just trying to sort it out. And to be quite honest, I was told by our chief that you guys were saw on the property.
Now remember, the initial units that arrived on scene, remember what they said. They had a report that we were walking down the street near the bus barn and that we were armed. That was the report. That's what they're there for. That's the information that Sergeant Brown had when he showed up. Now all of a sudden, it's Jack was inside the fence between vehicles walking around carrying his rifle, which has nothing to do with me. At no point did they say I had been on the property. They said Jack. And supposedly that report came from the chief of police himself, Chief Cordova. Now, I know some people that work for HISD that know this chief personally. And it had never occurred to me to test the HISD police or any school district police. I tested Pasadena School District once, and they did just fine. They enforce the education code, and I'm not that well versed on it. And you'd have to enter school property, and it's not what I do. Have no interest in filming kids or schools or anything like that. So this was unexpected. We did not go there to target these people. We had already visited the pipeline across the street, the facility across the street, and we were leaving. Now all of a sudden we've got these HISD police saying that their chief called them and told them we were on school property, or Jack was on school property. I ran a body camera the entire time. It clearly shows that we weren't. They have surveillance footage there. They have security guards at the gates. How are you getting in? You're not. It's the cover-up has begun. Now, Chief Cordova is an interesting individual, come to find out. He worked for Harris County Sheriff's Department at one time. That pointed me in the right direction on how I should be thinking about him. And it is not favorable. We all know, you've seen what I dealt with the Harris County Sheriff's Department before. And so it's no surprise that since these videos have started coming out, they have gone into cover-up mode as well. They deleted the police Facebook rather than face, the commentary. I called Internal Affairs, told them I wanted to come in and make a complaint, and would like to make an appointment for that if need be, or how do I proceed? They won't talk to me, refusing to accept my complaint. That's not accountability, that's not transparency, that is tyrants in blue, doing what they want to do, and expecting that everybody will just accept that. You'll notice on some of these officers' uniforms the little blue line flag. It's been my experience that any agency that permits its officers to wear that blue line flag, or that any agency itself that uses that, is not a good agency. Remember what lines do. Lines divide us. You use lines, property lines, to keep people out, to separate people. And law enforcement, in using that, is creating the division that exists between the communities and law enforcement. They don't want to be part of us. They want to be their own little entities with all the power You know, they want to be, you know, they want to be worshipped, they want to be gods, they want to be heroes. And unfortunately, that narrative is rapidly dissolving. It is a situation of their own making. But we're getting off onto another thing. Let's get
it
back
out.
to it.
And to be quite honest, I was told by our chief that you guys were saw on the property. So what I'm doing is I'm making a phone call to try to figure out who can tell me that they saw y'all on property.
Okay.
Because if they saw y'all on property, then that changes things.
Okay.
Because now you're on a restricted property or weapons free zone.
I get that.
And so that's the only thing. That's where we're at.
No, I get that 100%.
Hello?
I get that 100%.
Yes.
I'm not going to run off or anywhere. I'm going to stick around until he gets released and or gets booked or whatever. So okay.
Yeah, we're right
All
here at gate 3.
And since you guys are out here, I don't like carrying it behind me because that's bullshit. It's no good behind you. But while you guys are out here, I'll keep it behind me. Anything else you guys want to request from me regarding my rifle to make you guys feel safe, I'll comply with that.
Okay. Where do they have that information at?
And keep in mind that Jack's camera work here with my camera is not the best. He was live streaming and running that as well as my camera at the same time. So he thought when they arrested me that they were going to go ahead and take him as well. So he kicked off the live stream. So forgive his less than perfect camera work.
Hey guys, real quick, can I just ask you for your name and badge number? Real quick. Can I get a name and badge number?
Sergeant A. Davis.
Sergeant A. Davis, your badge number?
I don't have a badge number.
Sergeant A. Davis, thank you, sir. I'm just going to get some video of the unit numbers, and then I'm going to come back down here. Okay. Oh, I told you were on the phone. I told him that I'm not leaving. I'll wait till he's either taken or he's released.
Okay.
And if there's anything you guys would like me to do with my rifle to make you guys feel at ease while we're out here, I'm more than happy to comply with you. Okay?
Right.
I have no problem doing that. Okay.
They said you don't have a car or you don't have a car here?
Yeah, I wouldn't answer them.
I would prefer it
I'm
would
not
be
going to give you.
secured,
I'm not going to give you a smart ass answer.
No, I understand it straight.
I can tell you this: we have more people out here filming, and we got our cars taken care of.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, you can get all the footage you need. We're just going to go check some video.
I'm not running anywhere. I know
You're
you guys
good.
are still investigating the whole property part, so.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah. Cool. I just need to get a badge number and stuff. That's all. I'm not going to give you a hard time. Just need to get I just need to find out who all is out here. That's all. Just like a name and badge number or something like that. Oh, you guys don't have badge numbers. Name? Do you have a name? Raina? Okay, I just have to document everybody that's out here. That's all. Yeah. I just need to get a name. I just need a name and badge number real quick.
Oh, I'm James.
James
9325, man.
Robinson. What was the badge number again?
9325.
9325. Thank you, sir. Oh, I didn't get your name. I don't think I got your name and badge number yet. Oh, I need to get her. What's your name and badge number right quick? 7600. What's your last name? Shit, I can't see that, brother. Come on. Anderson, thank you. Wanna go? Where does the property line start? You know? Okay. Where's the property line start?
Check with the city map. Look on the city map.
You don't know where the city property starts? Are you an idiot? Get out of here, man. Get out of here. You ain't no good. You ain't no good. You don't even know where the property line is. Yeah, I'm trying to bait you because you're an idiot. You can't tell me where the property line is? Really? You're a police officer arresting people for being on your property and you don't know where the property, come on, man. You know where the property line's at. How hard of an answer is that? You just say, this is the property line, don't cross it. That's all. Adam Tom 01103. Adam Tom 01103. Adam Tom 01103. Or it might be Adam Tom David. Let's talk to this guy right quick. You watch him scatter. Hey, do you know your name and badge number? Dumbass. I do have News Now Houston's camera. He handed that off to me. And I'm going to keep live streaming and keep him on video until he's either released or he is taken downtown. We'll figure that out here in a second. I can't see your comments, guys. I'm focused on filming what I'm filming. So if you're commenting, I'm sorry I can't get to you. Guys, please don't call. Guys, please don't call me. I'm getting some calls. Please don't call me. This is Houston Independent School District Police came out and detained both of us. I'm open carrying my rifle, providing some protection for News Now Houston while he's filming the refinery across the roadway here. And Houston Independent School District Police came out and detained us both. They tried to, after telling us that we weren't violating any laws, they were doing really good, then a sergeant showed up, Sergeant Jones, and he detained us. He wanted ID. We weren't not going to give it. So he detained me and David. He called the DA. He tried to charge me with fair to ID. Then he went with disorderly conduct for creating a disturbance. Ultimately, I was released. And then they went with. They said that we were on the school property walking in between buses. One of their sergeants told me on video that it was the police chief that said that. Well, we have a lot of camera people out here, so we know he's lying about that. So David's in the back of that police car. I'm waiting until he either gets taken downtown or he gets released. So we'll see what's going to happen. So guys, looks like they might be taking him out. Hang tight for a second. I'm using David's camera and I'm getting a good video of them releasing him. All right, guys, here they go. It's Sergeant, okay, it's Sergeant K. Brown. Sergeant K. Brown. Okay. You can go ahead and film me just a little bit closer. Come on up. I can come up, sir? Okay. I just
dealt with concerns with you guys if you had or had not been on property. It's been confirmed that you guys were not. That was a secondary concern with him having a pistol. We've confirmed that it's black powder. With that said, you guys are free to go. Free to go about your day. Let's just make sure that we do not, under any circumstances, approach the property and find yourself on property. Obviously, you guys know the law very, 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 very well. At that point, we're looking at a trespass. That's all I have. You guys have a good day.
Do you have a badge number, Sarge?
No, sir. You have my
Okay.
name. That's plenty.
All right.
That's plenty.
Did you still want my ID?
Have a good one. No, I don't need it now.
Do you want to apologize for unlawfully detaining me? Come on, Sarge. It's your last chance.
You have a card?
Come on, man. Okay, fine.
Jack,
But
we
come on.
appreciate it, man.
Y'all know damn well he shouldn't have detained me. Can one of y'all say?
I can't say what happened prior to
Come on.
me getting here. I don't know what happened prior to
Come
me
on,
getting here.
man. Macias needs a promotion. He's not willing to say the Sarge did wrong, but he knows it in his head.
You have a card? Or
I gave out all my cards, man, but
Let me ask
write
you
it
a
down. Write it down.
can you show me your ID?
I will show you my ID because you know why? Guys, I'm gonna show this officer my ID because when Officer Macias is the officer that first got out. And his initial contact was this. He goes, I see you're exercising your First Amendment right by filming, and I see you're exercising your Second Amendment right by carrying your rifle. You're not breaking into law, you're not detained, and you don't have to show me any ID. My name is, and I forgot his first name. What's your name? And that's how our contact went. And we were walking away from him when Sergeant, I forget his name, showed up and detained me. So, anyway. You want some ID, man? No, we're good. You don't want no ID? All right, y'all be safe.
Be careful.
All right. Hey, one day you guys will be able to speak up without getting your career murdered, okay?
Well, that's our goal.
We know it's career suicide. One day we're going to change that. You're going to be able to speak up.
Now, Jack and I have talked about Officer Macias, who did things right, and because of these videos, the fact that he did things right, we're concerned that there may be some retaliation against him within HISD Police Department. So, I know that HISD PD is watching this, and I'm telling you, I'm watching you. And if there's any retaliation against Macias, we're going to have a problem. You wonder why Officer Macias did so good. It's pretty simple. He used to work for the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Department. He's been a street cop, and he knew who we were because if you followed this channel for any length of time, you've seen that I have been out to Fort Bend County Sheriff's Department quite a few times. They have a really bad habit of speeding through a school zone that's near the sheriff's station over there. And so they've had my attention, and of course, I've got theirs.